everybody, welcome to 21st Century IAS Delhi's C.A.R.E initiative, Current Affairs through Reverse Engineering. Here's an announcement. Our prestigious upskill program has now come up with UPSC Confidence Covenant module. This includes 100 days plan for 1000 marks mains, 300 hours intensive lectures, 10,000 plus MCQs via previous year questions, 1000 plus mains, question and answers. And for our old students, there's 50% concession and course is available in online and offline mode. It is starting from 1st November. Do attend the workshop at 10 a.m. in the first floor, Old Rajendra Nagar, near Agarwal Suites, above Muthoot Finance, New Delhi. Hello everybody. Welcome to 21st Century IAS Academy Delhi campus's C.A.R.E initiative, Current Affairs through Reverse Engineering. Let us look into the first article for the day. Give up impropriety, demonstrate impartiality. The speakers of Lok Sabha and legislative assemblies must carry out their functions in consonance with sound democratic practices. So this article tells about the functions of speaker. It is very, very important for mains. Please read it in mains perspective. We will read it in prelims perspective through MCQ. All right. Yeah. Consider the following statements with regard to office of speaker. In the Lok Sabha, the speaker and deputy speaker are elected from amongst its members by a simple majority of members present and voting in the house. Yes, this is true. The speaker pro tem presides over the sitting in which the speaker is elected if it is newly constituted house. If the election falls later in the life of Lok Sabha, the deputy speaker presides. This is also correct. He is the ex officio chairman of Indian Parliamentary Group. Yes, this is also one of the functions of the speaker. So, 3 statements are correct. Alright. With reference to Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha, consider the following statements. This question was given in 2022. As per the rules of procedure and conduct of business in Lok Sabha, the election of Deputy Speaker shall be held on such dates as the Speaker may fix. Yes, this is also true. So, the speaker fixes the date. Okay. There is a mandatory provision that the election of the candidate as Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha shall be from either the principal opposition party or the ruling party. No, this is wrong statement because till 10th Lok Sabha, it was from the ruling party. From 11th Lok Sabha onwards, it is only from the opposition party that the Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha is elected. So this is wrong. Now, while reading the statements, also observe the options. Alright. Sometimes when you eliminate one option, one statement, you will get the answer. Sometimes. So please be aware of such questions because they are cherry picks for you in the examination. Alright. Which of the statements given above are correct? Okay. So first statement is right. When the first statement is right, C and D are gone, which means fourth statement is definitely wrong. Okay, so fourth statement is gone. So you don't need to waste time by reading the fourth statement at all. Okay, now in A and B, 1 and 3 are common, which means first statement and third statement are absolutely true. So, without reading third statement, you can conclude that third statement is right. Alright. Now, coming to second statement, we already saw that second statement is wrong. So, B is gone. A is the right answer. You getting my point? Okay. So, in this way, without reading 3 and 4, you arrived at the correct answer. So, please be very, very careful of such questions in the examination hall. Okay. Yeah. Now, next article. What has caused the recent thaw in US-Venezuela ties? What role did the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine play in the relief of sanctions against the Latin American country? Why was Machado disqualified from the public office? And here's the gist of the whole article. The Biden administration had agreed to ease years-long brutal sanctions against the country's oil, gas and mining industries in exchange for President Nicolas Maduro conducting free and fair elections in 2024. Within weeks of the February 2022 invasion, the Biden administration dispatched top officials to negotiate with Caracas. Now, what is Caracas? It is the capital of Venezuela. Okay, the country with the world's largest oil reserves. This is important for prelims. Okay, so as to smooth the effects of the energy crisis issuing from the conflict. Maria Corina Machado has won a huge victory in the October 2022 Venezuelan opposition primary. So this is the learning for prelims. Alright, now we'll get into the MCQ. Arrange the following countries in terms of their share in world's crude oil reserves in descending order. Saudi Arabia, Russia, Venezuela, Iran. Now, from the article, we know that Venezuela is in first position. Okay, so 3 should be in the first place. So, A and D are gone. Okay, you are eliminating 2 options. Now, next, is it Saudi Arabia or is it Russia? You can have confusion in these two because it is there in the options. But with your ability to guess right, we will always see in news that West Asian countries are oil-rich countries. So even if you go for a guess, this will be the right answer. Okay. First Venezuela, second is Saudi Arabia. You don't need to know which is in the 4th place. Okay. So when you know certainly that Venezuela is followed by Saudi Arabia, you are done. You'll get the answer. Okay. Now, next. The term West Texas Intermediate, sometimes found in news, refers to a grade of crude oil. It was given in UPSC CSE 2020. Okay. Now, we'll get into the next article. The Indian Railways revenue problem. While investment in railways boosts manufacturing and services as well as tax revenue for the government and more job opportunities, a key organization like the railways cannot be allowed to go the Air India way. The investments made should add to its revenue. Now, what is the gist of this article? The Indian Railways has been on a spending spree with respect to capital expenditure, particularly after the government merged its rail budget and main budget. This can be a direct statement in the prelims. The C.A.R.E report presented in Parliament on August 8, 2023 states that there was a loss of 68,269 crore in all classes of passenger services during 2021-2022. Now here this also can be a potential statement for your prelims, and after seeing this all, the word all, you will definitely mark wrong if you haven't read the news articles and if you haven't revised it enough. Okay, so be very, very careful and particular. With all the profit from freight traffic nullified on cross-subsidizing passenger services. The objective of this 3-part series is to examine how the freight business of our Indian Railways can be improved. Okay, so please be aware of these 2 facts for prelims. Consider the following statements. How many of the given statements above are correct? Okay, Indian Railways is a statutory body under the ownership of Ministry of Railways. This is true. India has the world's largest railway network. No, it's USA. In India, all railway stations are operated by Indian Railways. No, because in 2017, Indian Railways privatized Habibganj Railway Station in Bhopal. Habibganj Railway Station in Bhopal. Okay. So this particular fact is important not just for prelims of civil services but any other competitive examination. Alright. So who took over this one? The Bansal group. Please remember that. So only one statement is correct. Consider the following statements concerning the Indian Railways. The headquarters of the Northwestern Railways are located at Jodhpur. No, it is not Jodhpur. It is Jaipur. So one is gone. Intrail Pass, a travel as you please ticket, has been created especially for freedom and sports person. No. Intrail is a special railway pass available to foreign nationals. Okay, foreign nationals, not sports person. Okay, foreign nationals. Created along the lines of EU Rail Pass for unlimited travel without reservation of ticket on the Indian Railways network. Okay, so this is wrong. 2 is also gone. Fairy Queen is a train using the world's oldest working engine, and the Indian Railways conducted a journey of wildlife and heritage sites on it. Yes. See, this Fairy Queen was in use for quite some time. So, hence this question. Let us look into the next article for the day. Government preparing to release Vision India 2047 document. Whenever it releases, this document will be very important for your prelims and mains as well. So please keep a watch. Alright? Yeah. So there's few terms which you have to be aware of in this article. One is the middle income trap. Alright? We'll get into the MCQ. What is the middle income trap often associated with an economic development? A situation where a country experiences a period of rapid economic growth and reaches to a middle income level, but then struggles to transition to a high income level. This is middle income trap. Okay, we'll start from here and then we'll reach middle income. See, suppose if this is high income, this is low income, this is middle income. Reaching here was very difficult, but once we reach here, it will become even more difficult to reach this, and the income will become stagnant. So this is called a middle income trap. All right. Now, a stock of commodities held by the nationals of a country at a point of the time is the. Okay. Probably at first instance, you will not understand which option is correct. Okay. See, we'll just try to infer the answer or draw the answer here itself. You do not know whether national wealth is correct or not. Okay, keep it aside. Come to national resources. What are national resources? All those resources under the control of state or union government are known as national resources. Okay, but here they did not mention anything about state or union government. So this is gone. Okay, now what is national income? National income is the sum total of incomes earned by citizens of that country during a given period of time. Okay, so this is also gone. This definition is not fitting into this national income. Next is per capita income. This is very easy. Per capita income is a measure of amount of money earned per person. Okay. So this is also gone. Now what is left out? It is the national wealth. Even if you do not know the answer at first instance, do not discard the question. Read the options and somewhere with your accumulated knowledge, you will be able to eliminate the options and arrive at the answer. Okay. The classic example is this question. So A is correct. Next, Chinese party delegation visits Solomon Islands. Whenever you come across some different island names in the news, just see in which ocean they are and in which country. So here they mentioned about Pacific. So Solomon Islands are a Pacific nation. Okay. Next, Solomon Islands is geographically located closest to which of the following countries or territories? It should be Papua New Guinea because they are in the Pacific Ocean. Alright, so yeah. The South China Sea dispute involves which of the following countries? So South China Sea is a very, very important topic. So before we get into the MCQ, let me give you some basics. Okay. China, Vietnam, Malaysia, Taiwan, Philippines, Brunei. Okay, these are the 6 countries. All right. These are the 6 countries and there are islands. Here we will find Paracel Islands. Here there is C.A.R.E Shore. And here there is Spratly. Now you have to understand one thing, that Paracel is a disputed island between China, Vietnam and Taiwan. Alright. C.A.R.E Shoal is disputed island between Taiwan and Philippines and China and Vietnam. All these 4 are fighting for this. Okay. And coming to the Spratly, all of them are fighting except Brunei. Which means China, Vietnam, Malaysia, Taiwan and Philippines. All the 5 are fighting except Brunei. And what is this Brunei doing? It did not claim any territory in Spratly Island, but it is saying that exclusive economic zone over this area belongs to Brunei. That much it is saying. Now it's clear, right? Paracel is the disputed island between China, Vietnam and Taiwan. C.A.R.E Shoal is disputed island between China, Vietnam, Taiwan and Philippines. Spratly, on the other hand, is disputed between Malaysia, Vietnam, China, Taiwan and Philippines, but not Brunei. This you have to remember. Brunei is saying that we want exclusive economic zone rights over this area. Fine? Clear? Yeah. Now, the South China Sea dispute involves which of the following countries? China, yes. The main problem, China. So, first is correct, which means D is gone. Vietnam is there. Okay, so A is gone. Now 3. Malaysia is also there. 4 is anyways gone, right? So, you don't need to read 4. 1, 2 and 3. C is the answer. I hope it's very clear now. Next, the gravitational constant. Any mass wraps the fabric of space-time around itself. The more the mass, the more the wrapping. The force that an object feels when traveling along this wrap path is called gravity. Okay. It tends to move the object towards the mass. The strength of this force depends on the gravitational constant, denoted by the letter G. It is a fundamental physical constant. This is important. Capital G is a gravitational constant and it is a fundamental physical constant. It was first accurately determined by Henry Cavendish in 1797. This is very, very important for prelims, not for mains. G is an essential component of both Isaac Newton's law of universal gravitation and Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity. All these points, capital G is gravitational constant and it is a fundamental physical constant, first accurately determined by Henry Cavendish in 1797. They will give you option that it was first accurately determined by Newton or Albert Einstein. Just because we know their names, we will mark that as correct, but it's not so. Alright, so these are some facts for prelims. We'll get into the MCQ. What is the gravitational constant denoted by G in physics? A constant that determines the strength of the electromagnetic force between them? No. Electromagnetic force, it's not electromagnetic force. A constant that specifies the rate of radioactive, we didn't come across any such word in the definition, right? So this is also gone. A constant that defines the speed of light? No. A constant that quantifies the strength of gravitational force between objects. This is what we've seen in the article. So this is correct. Next, previous year question with respect to this theme. Consider the following: electromagnetic radiation, geothermal energy, gravitational force. Okay, what are they asking? Which of the above are responsible for bringing dynamic change on the surface of the earth? Okay. Plate movements, yes. Plate movements, that we all know. So 4 should be there, which means B is gone. Rotation of the earth should also be there, which means A is gone. Evolution of the earth, yes. Electromagnetic radiation, yes, this is also a factor. Okay, so all the above. All right, next. National Tiger Conservation Authority organizing an art exhibition, Silent Conservation, from margins to the center on from 3rd to 5th November 2023, New Delhi. Okay, we'll get into the MCQ. Consider the following statements with regard to National Tiger Conservation Authority. It is a statutory body constituted under Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Yes, it's correct. It was constituted in the year 2005. All right. It is chaired by Prime Minister. Yes, this is also correct. So both are correct. Consider the following statements. Animal Welfare Board of India was established under the Environment Protection Act of 1986. No, it was not under this act. It was under Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act of 1960, and it was established in the year 1962. So 1 is wrong. So A and D are gone. 2 is common. So do not read that. Come directly to third one. National Ganga River Basin Authority is chaired by Prime Minister. Yes. So B is the correct answer. Next. India to lead global 6G FWA revolution. See, whenever you find such terms, right, you have to search for the full form in the article itself. Here it's given. Fixed wireless access. Okay. Now what is FWA? First the full form and next the definition. Okay. It is a technology that delivers high-speed internet without the need for copper or fiber connections. Is set to fuel demand over 5 to 10 years. Okay, this is the basic definition. Now we'll get into the MCQ. Fixed wireless access is a telecommunication technology that provides wireless internet access on mobile devices within a city. No. Delivers wireless broadband connectivity to stationary locations or homes via radio signals. This is true. Yeah, that is the answer. Now, previous year question relating to this theme. With reference to Li-Fi, recently in news, which of the following statements are correct? It uses as the medium. Repeat. With reference to Li-Fi, recently in news, which of the following statements are correct? It uses light as the medium for high-speed data transmission. Yes. It is a wireless technology and is several times faster than Wi-Fi. Both the statements are correct. So, answer is C. Next article. India's first bad bank to be wound down. Government instituted SASF 2 decades ago to house bad loans of IDBI Bank. What is a bad bank? Can be a potential prelims question. Alright. We'll look into the MCQ. What are the advantages of establishing a bad bank in the context of financial systems? Okay, first you have to know what is a bad bank. A bad bank is a bank that takes over bad loans of commercial banks. Okay, and financially recover the money over a period of time. That is a bad bank. Alright, now we'll get into this question. What are the advantages of establishing a bad bank in the context of financial systems? A bad bank helps improve the transparency and accountability. It facilitates the creation of government-owned bank for managing public debt. Bad banks encourage risky lending practices by providing a safety net for banks. No. They promote financial stability by accumulating non-performing assets without causing distress to the banking sector. This is the advantage of bad banks. With reference to the Indian economy, the term bad bank, frequently mentioned in news, refers to. Okay. It is a asset reconstruction company. I'll just tell you how to solve this. You will get confused between option A and option C. An asset reconstruction company, a bank with huge non-performing assets. No, a bank with huge non-performing assets is not a bad bank. A bank which actually heals such a bank is called a bad bank. Okay, the good guy here is called the bad bank. Okay, by definition, a bad bank is the one who takes over bad loans of commercial banks and financially recovers it over a period of time. Okay, so A is the answer, not C. So know your basics. Okay, I mean where you stand in basics, and please re-revise basics. All right. I on FTA, India seeks Eurasian block trade data. If pact materializes, it will strengthen bilateral commercial ties with Russia. Now, what is this block that is mentioned? India has sought the latest trade data from the 5 Eurasian Economic Union nations, as both sides intend to initiate discussions on a free trade agreement. People aware of the matter said. Now, what is this Eurasian Economic Union? Eurasian Economic Union comprises 5 countries: the Russian Federation, the Kazakhstan, Belarus, Armenia, and Kyrgyzstan. Russia is not only the largest country in the bloc but also the biggest trade partner, with a share of 98% in 2022-2023. All right, we'll get into the MCQ. Consider the following. How many of the countries listed above is or part of Eurasian Economic Union? Uzbekistan is not a part. Russia is a part. Azerbaijan, no. Turkmenistan is not a part. So only one is the correct answer. Which one of the following nations is not a member of Eurasian Economic Union? Okay, so Belarus is a part because we've just seen in the article. Russia is a part. Kazakhstan is also a part. Uzbekistan is not a part. So Uzbekistan is the answer. All right. So every day the C.A.R.E initiative PDF along with the solutions is posted in our Telegram channel. Please find the link of the Telegram channel in the description given below. This is it for today. All the very best.